So last night, while I was doing research for the Why I Want video that is now public on YouTube, we did go out there and talk about Lucas Pettersson, who's a name you probably should be familiar with, so check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. But whilst doing research on elite prospects looking at Pettersson's numbers, his stats, and scouting report, I stumbled upon the Elite Prospects Trending Players tab. Now, if you're familiar with elite prospects, they every so often update their trending players list to reflect which profiles on the website are being viewed the most at a certain time. Because we had ourselves the NHL All-Star event recently wrap up, you have some very interesting names popping up here on the Trending Players tab, like, for example, Tucker McRae, who happens to be the older brother of one superstar pop phenom, Tate McRae, who recently had her appearance at the All-Star event, the game, the draft, etc., etc. But on top of this, of course, you also have Cole Sillinger on the Trending Players tab as well. We're not going to get into that, especially after talking about Tate McRae, but the number one name on Elite Prospects Trending Players list is none other than the heartthrob sensation phenom himself, Justin Bieber. And the interesting thing is, he doesn't have any stats. There's no stats on here listed for any games that he's played for any team, even though it does say that JB's youth team was the Stratford MHA Hockey Club. It has everything else, though. He's 29 years old, 5'9", 143, right-handed right-wing guy out of London, Ontario, Canada. And if you click the page at Wikipedia, it goes over to his regular Wikipedia page. But the very interesting thing about Justin Bieber's own Elite Prospects page, aside from the endorsements, because hey, you got people going out there endorsing JB's shooting accuracy, shot power, and puck handling ability. I don't know if you saw, but there were some very funky videos of JB just kind of chilling with the All-Stars and doing a few things. He would take the puck, kind of make a dangle or two, and then try to shoot it. He's not that bad, honestly. Like, out of all the celebrities we've seen play hockey, JB is definitely like in the top half of guys who are capable of doing it. But the reason this video is even being made is because included on JB's Elite Prospects page is this biography and trivia. Canadian singer-songwriter, musician, producer, entrepreneur, investor, and actor. Bieber was offered a tryout contract by the Bakersfield Condors of the ECHL in September 2012. And included is a link to the Bakersfield Condors ECHL team, which has since been relocated to the AHL. And the best part is, this still exists on the Bakersfield Condors website. Take a look at this right here. We are on bakersfieldcondors.com. You can't actually see the top thing here, but yes, this is the official website, and there is a tab talking about how JB was offered a contract by this team. The Bakersfield Condors and head coach director of hockey operations Matt Odette announced today that they have offered hit recording artist right-wing Justin Bieber an amateur tryout contract for the upcoming 2012-13 season. Very rarely do you see this combination of skill and toughness, said Odette. We share a common Canadian heritage since we both hail from Ontario. I've scouted some video of him online skating with my hometown team, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I think he could provide some elusive speed for us up front. Plus, he's a right-handed shot, which we've been looking to add. I think if we paired him on a line with Robbie D and Peter Boyd, we'd be tough to beat. And then, this is the funniest part of the entire article. It goes into a scouting report. Bieber, 18, was born in London, Ontario, but was raised in Stratford, Ontario, where he grew to love the game of hockey. He has skated with the NHL's Maple Leafs in the picture, but has never appeared in a pro game. According to scouts, he possesses soft hands, a good skating stride, and a devastating wrist shot capable of beating NHL-caliber goaltenders. He appears to be strong in shootouts as well. Now, that is a total meme, because every time Justin Bieber has like suited up with the Toronto Maple Leafs, he's always had some sort of a gimmick, like, you know, shootout attempt on a goalie, and sometimes, you know, the goalie lets it in. I mean, JB's not bad. I'll go out there and say that. But when you're just goofing off in practice, when it's the All-Star game scenario, you know, like, you're not going to get Game 7 Patrick Waugh going out there against JB. It just doesn't happen like that. But still, that fact is in truth saying, hey, he's got a wrist shot capable of beating NHL-caliber goalies when those NHL-caliber goalies are taking it easy. But the 5'7", slender-built superstar should provide a rookie presence for the second-year laden Condors squad. Plus, his sick flow will fit right in with the Condors team known for their style. The Condors have reserved his much-publicized favorite number 6 to be worn in Condors Town. Since taking the world by storm in 2008, Bieber has proven to be one of the most successful artists of all time, topping the charts with hits such as Baby, One Time, and his current hit Boyfriend. His Twitter and Facebook presence are world-renowned, as well as his commitment to charitable causes. And then there's another thing about the Bakersfield Condors, the LA Kings Stanley Cup celebration, etc., etc. So, while this, of course, is not the most serious thing in the world, the fact is this exists from 12 years ago. And I think it's kind of obvious to anybody reading this that, yeah, the Bakersfield Condors pretty much just did this as a publicity stunt to get people talking about their team, to get eyes on the website. And I'm going to say it, it's working. We're literally doing that right here, although it is 12 years after the article was initially published. The Bakersfield Condors are no longer even in the ECHL. They're in the AHL now. This logo that in which Bieber's contract was handed out on is old news. They no longer have this red and yellow color scheme. This is the old Bakersfield Condor squad that offered JB that contract, 1998 to 2015, Bakersfield, California, and they played in the Pacific Division of the ECHL's Western Conference. They had these colors, and they were affiliates with the Ducks and the Oilers. Now, ever since the Bakersfield Condors moved up, not even really moved up, they kind of just changed into the Norfolk Admirals, and then the Oklahoma City Barons transformed themselves into the current edition of the Bakersfield Condors in the AHL. But I do like how even though these were two separate franchises, the old Condors in the ECHL that became Norfolk, and then the old Oklahoma City Barons that became the current Condors, I do appreciate how this article is on the regular Bakersfield Condors website that exists today. And I'm not the only one that went out there and just discovered this now. I'm not the only one that found this on Justin Bieber's Elite Prospects page, because it's the #1 trending page on Elite Prospects. This was posted onto the R-Hockey sub from Fresh Squeezed Juice, and you can see some of the comments going out here. Today I learned JB was offered a tryout contract by the Bakersfield Condors in 2012, and then, yeah, people endorsing his skills are hilarious. People that have played with him have said he's at least decent at hockey. Not pro or even amateur level good, but he can still play at a competitive level for pickup. The man skates like an NHLer, and he shoots pretty well too. So at the end of the day, this is a very interesting troll job that kind of aligns with everything we have seen the past few days with the NHL All-Star competition. I'm gonna go out there and say it, I didn't think I'd ever be making a video about Justin Bieber of all things. I mean, we've known for years that he has adored the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he's good friends with Auston Matthews, and him being on board with the Team Matthews with Morgan Rielly, Marner, Nylander, etc. That's, like, not surprising. But getting up this piece of information that he was recruited and scouted by the Bakersfield Condors is hilarious. And, of course, I mean, it's not really like he went out there and accepted it. I can't find any confirmation that says that he accepted the amateur tryout for the ECHL team in 2012. But still, knowing that this was published, knowing that they actually put in effort to write a scouting report about the guy who made Baby, One Time, and Boyfriend, that is funny. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about JB6 getting offered a tryout contract with the Bakersfield Condors in 2012. How ridiculous is this in your opinion? Do you think it's funny in any way? How relevant is it? Because, I mean, we're talking about this 12 years after it was initially published on September 11th, 2012. So, how about that for some pretty good news, right? Imagine if JB actually took it. Imagine if in the middle of his run, before the controversies or anything, I mean, when were those controversies? When he was, like, pissing in the bucket and all that stuff? I don't really remember. But imagine if he just accepted a contract to play pro hockey with the Condors. That would have been nuts. Changing the entire fate of his career. But either way, thoughts in the comment section below about JB. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.